Welcome Hoops Hive family, you're going to love today's video. But first, if you're new to this channel and haven't subscribed yet, please do so. In yesterday's video, we looked at the top 10 NBA legends who would dominate even more today, focusing on players 6 through 10. If you missed that video, please go take a look. In today's video, let's look at players 1 through 5. But first, here at Hoops Hive, we are dedicated to releasing 2 videos every weekend, just for you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so now so that you don't miss out on any of the upcoming exciting content. Now let's dive in. Number 5 on our list, Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain, often mentioned in conversations about the greatest basketball players of all time, was an absolute giant in the history of the NBA. Based on the stats he put up, Wilt remains one of the most dominant and prolific players in the league's history. When we consider how Chamberlain would perform in the modern NBA, several aspects of his game stand out. First and foremost, Chamberlain's size and athleticism would still make him a formidable presence in today's game. Standing at 7 foot and 1 inches and 275 pounds, he possessed a rare combination of size, strength, and agility that allowed him to dominate in multiple facets of the game. In the modern NBA, where versatility and athleticism are highly prized, Chamberlain's physical attributes would make him a unique force. His scoring ability would also translate seamlessly into the modern era. He was not only an exceptional scorer in the post, but also a capable mid-range shooter. Remember, he was called the Stilt, not only because of his height, but because of his length and athleticism. He literally could see over defenders and score easily. Rebounding is an aspect that was also legendary, and the big man holds numerous rebounding records, including the most rebounds in a single game with 55. In the modern NBA, where teams emphasize second chance opportunities and controlling the boards, Chamberlain's ability to dominate the glass would be invaluable. There is no doubt he would win every rebounding title during his career in the modern NBA. Chamberlain's shot blocking and rim protection would also be highly sought after in the contemporary game. Interestingly, Chamberlain's free throw shooting was a known weakness in his game, but the big man would still cause a ton of foul trouble on the court, which could mean opposing coaches would have to go deeper in the bench more than they would like. Wilt only won 2 NBA titles during his career, and while the big man would not have scored 100 points in the modern game, his dominance inside would have led the player to be a part of far more championship teams, and as the best in his position, he would have won more than 2 championships. Number 4 on our list, Larry Bird. When looking at Luka Doncic, many have likened him to Larry Bird in terms of all-around impact and leadership. Now, imagine if Bird played today with more spacing and the ability to use his all-around game and basketball IQ. As great as Luka has been, he is nowhere near on the level of Bird when it comes to winning intangibles, shooting, and rebounding. The most defining attribute that must be considered is Bird's exceptional shooting ability, both from beyond the arc and mid-range. In today's NBA, where three-point shooting is emphasized to an unprecedented degree, Bird's long-range accuracy would be even more highly valued. The superstar small forward shot 37.6% from 3 over his career while attempting only 1.9 threes per game, meaning if he averaged 7 or 8 threes per game, his scoring average would be far higher than 24.3 points per game. Bird's basketball IQ and playmaking skills were ahead of his time. He was not only a prolific scorer, but also an outstanding passer and playmaker. In the current era, where versatility and ball movement are paramount, Bird's ability to create scoring opportunities for his teammates would be an invaluable asset. The forward posted 6.3 assists per game, and that number would also be higher in the modern NBA. The same goes for rebounding, as Bird posted 10.0 over his career and would be a walking triple-double today. Bird's competitiveness and clutch performances made him a transcendent figure in the NBA. In today's game, where the pressure of late-game situations and playoffs is a constant, Bird's mental toughness and ability to deliver in clutch moments would still set him apart as one of the league's elite players. Similarly, while he may not have possessed the athleticism of some modern players, his ability to read the game and make timely steals and defensive plays would enable him to hold his own on the defensive end. The modern NBA's emphasis on positional versatility would also favor Bird's game. He often played multiple positions during his career, and in today's league, where players are expected to switch on defense and fill various roles, Bird's versatility would make him a sought-after player as a point forward, small forward, and stretch power forward. Number 3 on our list, Magic Johnson. We don't see pass-first point guards anymore. The best point guards in the world right now are Stephen Curry and Damian Lillard, two high-octane scorers who take a ton of shots on the floor. In the past, Russell Westbrook and James Harden were two MVP point guards who focused more on scoring first rather than setting up teammates. What would happen if a 6'9" point guard with massive shoulders and elite basketball IQ played today? Magic Johnson was a revolutionary point guard, known for his extraordinary passing ability and basketball IQ. He could play multiple positions, including point guard, shooting guard, forward, and center, depending on the situation. In the modern NBA, which places a premium on positionless basketball and versatile players, Johnson's ability to seamlessly shift between any role would be a significant advantage for his team. Additionally, Johnson's size and athleticism for a point guard were remarkable during his era, and they would still be assets in the current NBA. His capacity to defend multiple positions, rebound effectively, and initiate fast breaks would fit perfectly into the fast-paced, transition-oriented style of play that is prevalent today. Johnson finished his career with 4 assist titles, but with shooters around him and freedom to use his showtime speed, he would average 15 assists per game and still dangle 5 rings or possibly even more. Magic Johnson's leadership and charisma were also key components of his success. As an inspirational figure on and off the court, he possessed the intangible qualities that can galvanize a team and elevate its performance. We don't see many elite leaders in the modern game anymore, especially among the younger stars, and Magic would make a major impact in the league if he played today. Number 2 on our list, Kobe Bryant. It would be very scary to imagine a prime Kobe Bryant in today's game. Bryant's scoring ability was legendary, and it would remain a significant asset in the current NBA landscape that has encouraged offensive players to literally score anytime they want. Bryant was a proud scorer who had no worry about taking any shot, and in today's game, there is always a good shot to be found. His remarkable footwork, mid-range jump shot, and ability to score in isolation situations would fit well in today's game. Bryant once scored 81 points in a game. There is no doubt he would have scored 100 today. Assuming Kobe deals with smart defenses by opposing coaches, the shooting guard would still average over 35 points per game, without a doubt. At the same time, his clutch performances and ability to rise to the occasion in high-pressure moments would be highly valued by any team. Kobe's leadership, both on and off the court, would also make him a respected and influential figure in the contemporary league. We don't see players fear anybody today as much as before, so Kobe would be one of those who frighten defenders and opposing fans. Kobe Bryant's defensive skills should not be overlooked. He was a tenacious on-ball defender known for his ability to disrupt passing lanes and pressure opponents. In today's NBA, where versatile two-way players are highly coveted, Kobe's defensive prowess would be a valuable asset to any team, as he made 12 all-defensive teams and could shut down most guards. While the emphasis on three-point shooting has increased in the modern NBA, Kobe's own three-point shooting might have evolved to meet the demands of the game. Given his work ethic and commitment to improvement, it's plausible to envision him developing a more consistent three-point shot in today's era rather than keeping his career average at 32.9%. If you're ready for number 1 on our list, please smash that like button. Okay, drum roll please. Number 1 on the list is the GOAT himself, Michael Jordan. As we just previously saw, Kobe Bryant would go ballistic on the offensive end in the modern game, but ramp that up a little more for the greatest player of all time, Michael Jordan. Jordan is considered the GOAT, even if he played in the 1980s and 1990s, but his resume and stats, along with bank account, would take a massive boost had he played today, and it would be frightening to consider. Jordan won 10 scoring titles, and that number would remain the same if he played today. The shooting guard is a far more talented and explosive scorer than anybody in the game today because he knew the spots to generate points and never once backed down from any defender. Double or triple teamed, Jordan would still post unbelievable scoring numbers. Defensively, Jordan would still be dominant. Michael would still win a Defensive Player of the Year trophy today because he could pick up any offensive player the length of the court and would be a pest, unlike we haven't seen in a long time. Marcus Smart was a well-deserved Defensive Player of the Year winner in 2022, but he is not on the level of Jordan. In terms of clutch performances, Jordan would blow everyone away as well. Michael finished his career with a 30.1 points per game average, which ranks first all time, but that number would be boosted today. MJ would have had an average of over 35.0 points per game at least, and might have even had games scoring 80 points. Although he was not quite the gunner that Kobe Bryant was. Jordan could not be defended in the 1980s and 1990s with far more aggressive defenses. Not being able to touch him would have meant the player would have single-handedly decided the outcomes of games. There would be no way to prepare for Jordan at all, even with technology, because his basketball IQ and scoring ability were truly off the charts. Well, folks, that's the conclusion of our top 10 NBA legends who would dominate even more today. We hope you enjoyed today's video. Please leave us a comment and let us know which player out of this list you think would be the most dominant in today's era. In our next video, we will be looking at the top 10 players with the most combined points, rebounds, and assists in NBA history. You're not going to want to miss that one, so please make sure you subscribe to the Hoops Hive channel and turn on notifications. See you then.